So here we go, live for the Gander Outdoors 400 at Pocono Raceway. Um, just kind of waiting for an invite for qualifying and whatnot. Um,
Maybe you can get them to send us one. I don't know.
yeah, if someone's able to send me an invite, I don't know if anyone's like in the pits making adjustments or something and could send me one. Thank you. Yeah, so basically just if someone's coming down pit road, I'll have them send out the invite and they'll probably do the spam the chat one.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yep, there we go from Tino. Yeah, he's one of our guys, so hopefully this will actually get us in here and we'll actually be able to spectate, no problem, and we won't have any issues. Right?
No, sir. I'm in. They're on 5 of 6 laps.
Yeah, I know they're pretty much already done qualifying, but I mean, really, qualifying, I mean, they do it in groups, so I mean, there might be some interesting racing that ends up going on there, but for the most part, it's just trying to get a lap laid down for um
See where they
and
can
so
score.
as
They're
long
going
as
to
we can,
start for the first playoff race, right?
yeah, yeah, starting for the first playoff race, which um in this case, of course, the regular season has helped out guys like Dodge Dakota a ton, who's accumulated 4 wins and was the regular season points leader, and accumulated 20 playoff points over the course of the. While other
Dang, Dodge
drivers,
Dakota got 20 playoff points.
yeah, while guys like Betty White and Kraken earned 1 and 2 for where they finished in the regular season.
Exactly. I invited you in here, bud. And do we need to back out after they're done or what?
Yeah, we just need to just basically see who the pole sitter is, then back out. So
I'll
once
take a
that
picture and send it to you on.
I'm in here, I can get to this point. It's just when I actually go to watch the live race that I've been having the connection issue.
All right, you're in here then. That's good. So I can.
Yeah, so I'll be able to see it because we got a, a few of them that are actually still running the stock ones. We got some guys that have gone over to custom numbers as well, which I don't know if some of them have swapped numbers since going to Heat 4, or some of them are still on their numbers from
Right.
before. Because of course, with custom numbers, it's hard to tell initially who's swapped to what numbers and whatnot. But yeah, Kraken used to drive the number 72. Dylan drove the 95, and those are the two customs in the race. So I guess we'll see when
Okay.
they get done who of these 8 are gonna be the pole sitter for the event. Also, I noticed
Right.
that in particular guys like Jay. Oh, and Dylan just left the party, so he might end up forfeiting his qualifying spot due to if he lagged out of the whole thing. Yeah, so they're in post race right now. But yeah, so guys like JP and Gull are also going to be forfeiting qualifying spots based on the fact that they aren't in this qualifying lobby. So they aren't going to be setting a time right now. And there we go. We've
Right.
got Tino didn't actually set a lap time, so he is actually going to be dropping to the rear as well. But Dodge Dakota sits on the pole by. Is that almost a second that he's sitting on the pole by? Yeah, he's sitting on the pole by almost an entire second. Which, that is amazing, to be honest. That he was able to sit on the pole by that much. Make sure you back out, by the way, before they get the race going so that we don't end up in there.
I did.
Okay. So yeah, now we're also gonna. I end up misplacing the national anthem thing, so we're gonna have to go over that. Even though I know JP said he wanted it, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I don't have it pulled up. Actually, I should be able to pull it up from my history real quick. Just gotta be quick about it. Oh, so let's. Here we go.
Oh, see, can you see
It says no
by the
copyright, so
dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? How the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
There you go, brother. Ready to go.
perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
there we go. That was the national anthem, and we should be getting ready to go racing here pretty soon. Have they started? Okay, yeah, they are racing. Can we get an invite real quick? Trying to just make sure we can. Oh, some of them say racing, some of them say navigating. Hopefully we can.
They're getting ready to go, and they're waiting for a few more.
Oh, they are. Oh, they are still waiting. Okay, because some of them said racing. So I'm gonna actually send an invite. Um, so yeah, if you can just
So I need to go.
So do you have an invite ready to go, or do you need one?
I have an invite ready to go here. I just haven't accepted any of them yet. So just go through and mute these guys.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just once you get in there, just send me one so that we can both get in there. Hopefully, we don't have any connection issues trying to actually get into the race because they're going right off
Right.
the start. No kind of formation lap or anything.
Exactly. Hold up there. I have to get through here and mute all these guys.
Yeah, I've already gone through and muted them, and I can't actually hear them on your end, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. But yeah, um,
Am I not muting your guy then, or what?
yeah, just mute everybody in there so that you don't have any of the echo or anything. I don't know if you're live streaming on your Twitch as well right now or anything, but
I'm gonna get Mixer pulled up here in a minute.
yeah, oh yeah, Mixer, this one, um, yeah, you had going on, so yeah, right now though we're just kind of waiting for that invite to the um or for the race to actually be underway because some of them say racing, some of them don't say racing. So I don't know exactly which. I guess looking at guys like Tino and Liquid for who um to actually go off of. And actually, based off the fact that they had to get a new lobby going, they're actually gonna have to get everybody in order. They're either gonna have to get them in order um based on when they join the lobby, or they're gonna have to get do a pace lap to get into it. Which I'd like it if they do a pace lap because that would mean I'd get to be able to actually control like if we get in there in time for the start of the race a little easier.
Right.
Because basically, if there's not If we only have to worry about getting in there before they get a caution lap at Pocono done. I mean, Pocono's a long track, especially for a pace lap.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly what pace they're going to be holding to throughout the race or not. I mean, usually it's the leader dictates what pace they go. So I mean, but hopefully they aren't going to be trying to run like 150-mile-an-hour pace laps.
Dodge Dakota's on the pole, so.
Yeah, Dodge Dakota got the pole, while I believe Dylan actually who we're still waiting for him to get back in the party is actually the second place starter, I believe, based on what I saw.
Yeah, I do believe I snapped a picture. Let me see.
What was that?
Yes, I did. I'll send it to you. I have a picture I'm sending of the race, the qualifying to your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up. I'm gonna
Yes.
see if I can turn your audio up a bit, because you're pretty quiet
Yes,
on there.
Yes, Dylan N official, 54.925.
But yeah, Dodge Dakota was on the pole by like a whole second there.
Yeah. Third, the Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken.
Fourth, Tell Betty White.
Yep, Betty White.
Chiller's Killer is fifth. Liquid Dog is sixth. BSM Move Trade 5 is seventh.
Yeah, Be Smooth.
Be Smooth.
Yep, I know how to pronounce a lot of these guys' gamer tags. I've been doing this with them for a while.
Right.
But yeah, Chiller though had a big miss by missing out on the race at Dover last week. He dropped from like second in the regular season standings down to like fourth or fifth,
Dang.
which lost him a ton of playoff points because he was gonna be right up there with Dodge Dakota, only like 5 or 6 playoff points behind him. But now he's down by 11 compared to Dodge Dakota. But they should both pretty easily move on, barring them either missing a race or something else.
Liquid Dogs left the party.
Yeah, I'm assuming some kind of connection issues or something, because it looks like they're all just
Fulfilled.
kind of dropping out. Yeah, Gull dropped out. Yeah, so I would assume that there's some kind of thing that they're talking about in the chat actually going on, or in the voice chat that we're not in right now. That's going on. Like, I don't know if some of them are having trouble with mics working and whatnot. Oh, I just got a voice message from the league owner. Okay, I get what happened. Okay, so one of the guys tried to game share with two of the guys, so he, including one of the guys that's not in here, so he tried to game share with two people, and in the end it kicked Gull off the game share, so they're gonna have to go get that figured out before the race, so we're gonna be on a bit of a delay here. We'll just say that it's a lightning delay at Pocono.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, as of right now, though, we've got guys that aren't in the playoffs, so that are looking to try and make their mark on the series, like Tino, Dylan, are both outside the playoffs, but they're looking to make their mark by getting a win here in the end of the series, or in the end of the season.
Right.
While some other guys that are in, we got Kraken is the last guy in points that's in the playoffs, and he is 3 points outside the cutoff. Betty White is 2 points outside. And then we've got Gull, who is 2 points inside. Liquid Dog is 3 points inside. JP is 4 points inside. Beast Move is 5 points inside. Chiller is 7 points inside. And Dodge Dakota is in by 18 points. As of right now, for in the next round and whatnot. So that's just kind of a quick breakdown of the points as they are right now. So it looks like they might be actually dropping it. I don't know if they're gonna actually abide by their rule that they set, where if we get if this race has to be delayed and too much longer, it'll end up going to a 25% race, according to the rule book. Like if you look in the rule book, if we start after 9:30 on any given race night, the race length gets cut in half.
Right.
And they'll adjust wear to match, but that's what they should do. I can't guarantee that that's what they're gonna do. But
Now,
that is,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
What happens if they don't start till 10 o'clock?
I don't anticipate it'll get delayed that much, considering he already had game shared with this guy before. They already know how to do it and everything. It should only be like a 5-10 minute thing, I'd assume.
Right.
They just needed to hop into a private call to discuss credentials and whatnot. So that's why you saw both Gull and Liquid leave the party.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm sorry. I had to mute the mic there because I was in the middle of rolling a cigarette.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of the big thing.
I did.
Yeah. So that's the big thing that we're waiting on right now, is them to kind of get that figured out. But yeah. So it's gonna be the start of the playoffs, though. Dodge Dakota starting on the pole, looking to try and win once again at Dover. I don't remember if did he win Daytona as well. I'm trying to remember if he did or not. Let me go check the. Of course, everybody's been posting pictures of the custom schemes that they've made. So I'm trying to make sure we've got all the right, or so I can find it all and everything. Of course, this game's been out for a week, so it does get confusing with where it all is. So those are Texas results. That's from a few weeks ago. So let's go to see. Daytona results are right there. Okay, so no. So Dodge is only going to be on a one race streak if he wins this time. If he wins tonight. Hello? You still there? Did I just hear you come back, or are you still away? Oh. Your mic's muted right now, so I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Like I said, the missus is on her way home, so.
Okay.
Did they get everybody in here?
It looks like we've got 8 of them in there right now, which is all the playoff guys, I believe. I don't see Gull.
He joined the party, I believe.
Yeah, he joined the party, but I'm looking down the list because I'm in here right now in the entry list and just kind of looking at the order. So yeah, they are gonna have to get it reordered. Yeah, so they just sent an invite for Gull. Yeah, so they've got 8 drivers in there, but Tino isn't in the playoffs, so that's where Gull would fit in if we were looking at just purely if all the playoff guys were in. Which of course I know not the playoff guys aren't the only ones that are racing, but They are the
Right.
main feature.
Right.
Which actually kind of funny looking back at the Daytona 500 results from 2 weeks ago. Um, the highest finishing driver in the Daytona 500 that made the playoffs was Dodge Dakota in fourth.
Nice.
Three guys that did not make the playoffs finished 1, 2, and 3 at that race. But yeah,
I'd be
these
like,
playoff guys, though, I mean, they've amassed how many? Let me see how many wins exactly they've amassed. Two.
I'd be like a punch to the gut.
Yeah, it looks like 6 of the points-paying wins so far have gone to drivers that are currently participating in the playoffs. And yep, they're loading in, so we can accept.
Alrighty, let's get it. I'll help you until she gets here, until she messages.
Yep.
They already loaded in.
Yeah, they're working on
Alright.
loading in, so as long as we're working on it too, we'll get loaded in around the same time as them, so we should be able to see it. And they're gonna have to do a pace lap anyway for the to get the order right.
Right. Now, are you going to shoot me we going to be doing the broadcast on here or on Xbox? Or?
Yeah, we'll just do it on Discord party. We'll basically just be in a separate chat room to the rest of the field.
Right.
And then we'll just pop in to the group chat and then unmute. Like I'll teach you how it's gonna work when we go to the group that's all Discord. But for the purposes of this one, we'll just unmute the people in the party when we go to do an interview. But we'll stay on the Discord chat for us.
Right.
Okay, that is definitely a negative I'd have towards the game's the way this game is. There is no, like, you can't actually spin the 360 camera around. And they don't have the in-car camera that they showed. And I don't know if that's like a cycling camera for the TV camera angles. And it looks like are they under green or are they just doing this to get back around to the start? 'Cause they're going pretty quick here.
I think they're under green.
Yeah, it looks like they might have just gone green in whatever order they could get at this point because it was getting pretty close to time, but they did make it in the time that would permit them to go green, or that would permit them to keep it the same length. So, looks like we will be doing 80 laps here around Pocono Raceway, and Dodge Dakota has gotten an early lead over Beast Move, Betty White, Beast Move driving the 42, Betty White in the Ally 48. Of course, without the spin camera, I can't really, hard to just kind of go front to the back trying to see it. But it looks like we've got Chiller, who is cycled out to fourth right now, and he just clipped the wall, and he's around in front of the field. He got just out of the way, and oh no, he went to go get corrected and got smashed by the 88 of Gull.
We have one spun around.
Yeah, and that means that it's going to be a race to the line, so everybody's currently just racing, and positions will lock in at the line in this series. And oh, the 48 just got spun around, and here comes the field. Yikes, they all get around him, though, somehow. I guess by just slowing down, they managed to avoid the 48 spinning there. So yeah, it looks like Kraken has gone to the 54 number instead of sticking with his 72 from the other game, which I don't even know if the 72 exists in this game. Because I know TriStar hasn't made a start yet this year. So, I mean, his car number might not even exist in this game.
That I'm not sure. I know we got the number 24 Chiller trying to catch back up with the pack.
Yeah, and of course they've slowed down and bunched back up. How about let's talk to our points leader and currently running first driver. So you basically just go in, unmute yourself and Dodge Dakota so that we can actually hear what's going on over there.
Alright, hold on here. Give me 1 sec.
Yep. So do you have yourself and Dodge Dakota unmuted?
I'm currently working on that. I'm muting everybody else in the party. I'm muted on
Okay.
1 second, sir, and I'll be right back with you here.
Okay. Yeah, so they're just entering the pit road right now, and everybody's just trying to get into their spots in line. As everybody's kind of trying to get this thing figured out. We've got the audio of Dodge Dakota. We're waiting to speak with him though once you get going. As we've got some pit road trouble though for a lot of the drivers, and I hope they can get some of these issues figured out, because we currently have Gull, who is not even in his pit box. We've got Beast Move, who is already gone and away. No trouble for
Yes,
him,
sir.
but everybody else seems to be piled up.
Squirrel, you ready?
Yep. Hey, Dodge Dakota, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, you were the race leader up until this round of pit stops. You think you got the car to beat from what you've seen?
I don't know. I think it's a little bit too early to be calling if I got a good car. I don't know. At 42, man, it's anybody. He's the closer. He can close in at the last minute if he needs to, but kind of too early right now to find out how the car is. Just hopefully we have a good, decent green flag run and go from there.
So do you think that early run, even though I know it was only like half a lap of true green flag racing, do you think that's going to take a toll on his tires? Because it looks like he didn't take tires, if I'm judging based off of how quick he was in and out of those pits.
Not
Granted, it looked like everybody had trouble in the
really.
pits.
He don't have that. He don't have that many laps on tires. I do know tires will be a factor here today or tonight, but within a couple of laps, I don't think it's really going to hurt the 42 any at all.
Okay, well, good luck in the rest of the race, and we'll hopefully be talking to you again, maybe even in victory lane.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Would you want me to talk to the number 24, the chiller, and ask him what happened?
We're not going to really have time under this caution because they're going green this time, and they go green at the line. So, yeah, their green flag's in the air right now, and they're going. So we really didn't kind of have time to talk there. And we usually have to pick one under the caution to go to, so.
And right now we got the number 4 of Dodge Dakota.
Yeah, he managed to get the jump off the top side there into turn 1. Looks like, I don't know if Chiller was just being conservative on those tires that had half a lap and a heat cycle on them, which is the more important part. But now we've got
Hey Bob, you there?
yeah, I'm here.
Alright, I will talk to you here later. The missus just got home.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you for having me.
Yep. So down to a one-person booth now, but we've got man, it's so annoying not having the personalized spin camera. Like, come on, guys at 704, please give us that to us in the next one. But yeah, in the next update. But JP though has gotten up to second place here, as we've got guys kind of all over the spectrum from top to bottom, and even on the apron, some of them. And of course, we don't know if some of these guys, if it's all they've got right now is what they're showing, but right now Dodge has such a lead on them. Oh, and the 48 goes down into the inside wall, and it looks like he's gonna fall way behind, kind of like Gull did there on the opening lap. Not sure what happened exactly to Gull. That's where I would usually rely on a second camera to have hopefully seen that. But right now we got the 24 making the move on the 42 for the second position. Hopefully no one's dyslexic trying to read that one, because that could get a little bit tough. And the 14, the 24 spins out again, right in front of a couple of different people. So that'll probably be a race to the line, I believe. I mean, looks like he got torn up, and we'll talk to him under this caution because, of course, We didn't talk to him under the last one, but oh, did we have a pass for the lead? No, okay, Dodge. Oh no, wait, no, the 42 just seems to be struggling then with the handling because he's let 2 more cars by after the initial incident that brought out the caution, and then he goes and lets someone else by. Oh, and he spins. The 42 is spun, and Gold completely blows turn 3, but yeah, tons of issues all over the field for him. But yeah, I mean, let's dial up that 24 on the radio. Hey, Chiller, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
So, is it just getting used to the new game, or what's up? Because I just noticed that you seem to be having quite a few issues with the handling.
The new game is definitely a lot different. It will take some getting used to. I should have probably practiced before I came into this race. I also forgot that we started racing on Tuesday nights, so that really put a dent in my plan, but I'll make it work.
Okay, well, so far it seems like your car might be a bit loose from what I've seen at least, or is that just the new game physics trying to get used to?
She's a little loose.
Okay.
But we'll get her rallied up. Only a matter of time.
Well, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll get to do something that we've been able to do twice already this year. And that's talk to you in Victory Lane later.
That's good.
So yeah, so we're hopefully going to get to talk. We'll definitely talk to all the playoff guys post-race already. Yeah, we'll definitely. What the? I just saw that. Excuse me. What?
Hey, Tanner, shut the fuck up.
Okay. I guess I didn't get Chiller muted there again. Yeah, it looked like there was some kind of pile up there on the pit road. People in the wrong pit stalls and everything. Is like, what? People are just bullying their way out of the pits and whatnot here. Man, this is gonna definitely make for some wacky cautions here. But Tino and Liquid Dog on the front row here for this restart. And then we've got second row, looks like it is Beast Move and Gull. Third row is Dodge Dakota and JP. Fourth row is gonna consist of looks like Kraken and Betty White, and then the final car to take the grid will be the 24 once he gets caught up. Though for some reason the 54 seems to think 3 wide is a good idea, which I mean wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea until we get to turn 1, but problem is once we get to that turn 1, and the fact that that's not how the league operates, we aren't just gonna let them go 3 wide in a regular race. That's something we usually save for special events such as All-Star Race, and whatnot. And of course, first race of the playoffs, we don't necessarily want we don't want guys just trying to absolutely lay everything down, but we do have drivers in some very tight points positions right now. Of course, everybody would love to increase their points position over the cut line as much as they can right now, and with the fact that most of from third in points all the way back to 8th in points is only separated by I believe 8 points total. It makes it so hard to predict who's going to make it in at this point with 3 races to go. But yeah, here we go. Going green flag here. And looks like the 14 has gotten by. Yeah, 14. Wow, it seems like anyone that's on that front row can just pull away to a pretty big lead early on in the run. But yeah, so we've got, looks like the 42 is risen to second. Third place is a battle right now between, looks like the 4, 24, and 9. But yeah, we got, wow, it looks like we got some guys really trying to abuse the apron down there. Of course, it's a lot more usable in this game than it was in previous installments. But, of course, still got to be very careful when trying to make moves like that. They've gotten fairly spread out, but they are tracking it across the dirt there in turn 3, which do that too much, and it could easily lead to a mistake and a spin. And if you do that right in front of someone else, it could very well end up in a big mess. Oh, 54 making the move on the 9 for, is that the 5th spot? Oh, and the 9 makes the move back. But looks like the 54 will hold the spot. Right now, these front 2, or the front 3 are trying to get packed back together, or at least second and third are trying to draft, it looks like, to gain some speed and get caught back up to Tino, who really ran away on the initial start. Now, of course, something we could see is the difference in the tires for the guys that have saved tire on the early run and didn't burn up all their stuff going into turn 1 versus someone like Tino, who absolutely dove it into turn 1, trying to gain some speed there. Now we've got, but right now it's the 42 still running second. Dodge Dakota still third. So they haven't really been able to make much happen, except for, oh, Tino gets loose and he's going to spit. He's going to slide. That's going to slide those tires, and they go 3 wide, and Dodge Dakota takes the lead. Wow. Oh, and Beast Smooth's going to try and cross him over here, though, by going to the bottom after they went 3 wide for the lead there. And Dodge Dakota, I think that was a tap on the wall even. Oh, and the 42 is around. 42 went and got spun around there. Looks like a 1-car spin, though, so I don't know if they're going to actually back it down for a caution here. I guess we'll have to see here. Oh, looks like they are, because they've backed down the pace. So I guess we'll dial up this driver, the number 42, McDonald Chevrolet. Hey, BJ, you got a copy?
Well, the inside's the fastest way around, so... What's up, man?
Well, what ended up happening there on the front stretch between you and, was that Dodge, or was that Tino that got into you there?
That was Dodge, man. We had some hard racing back to the line. I got a little tight there, and when my car bumped him, it got me loose.
Oh, what was the race back to the line
inside,
for?
so.
I thought they threw the caution because someone spun you out. I didn't see what the original. I guess I didn't see what the actual incident was.
Yo, are you not watching the screen?
I say. uh,
uh, no, the
yeah.
caution came out right after we had crossed the line, so we went ahead and ran one more lap back to the yellow flag, and
Okay.
racing back to the line, I got spun out. So
Well, as I say, that explains why you guys went 3 wide there, and no one was really looking like they wanted to end up in any in particular spot.
yeah, we weren't trying to lift there, so
So,
it's all good. We'll get it fixed up, and we'll make some adjustments. We'll be all right.
of course, it seems like you've had the easiest time getting in and out of your pit stall out of everybody. And it looks like some more guys are kind of getting piled up into. Oh, well, I spoke too soon about you having an easy time into your pit stall.
And 18 decided to.
18 and 14 both kind of decided to get in your way there. Actually, the 14 is in the 18's pit stall, but. So you think you're going to be able to get back to the front
Actually,
though
like
after
the
that
added.
spin?
Oh yeah, we'll be good. We made some adjustments here, and we'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know what causes like that getting in the way of everybody. I hope either if it's a glitch that they fix it, or if it's an intended mechanic, we can figure out how it works and how to not end up bottling up on pit road. But hopefully
I actually kind of like it because it makes your entry on the pit road important, especially if you're the leader.
yeah,
I don't know. It held me up in one of the races. When was that? Sunday in our other league. So it can cost you some time. You got to get on pit road clean and get off pit road clean.
yep. Well, good luck in the rest of the racing. Maybe we'll be talking to you in victory lane.
Appreciate it, sir. Likely not. Unless Dodge decides to blow a tire the last lap. And
Love the
finishes
confidence.
last.
Yeah, a very confident BJ, apparently, but just not confident in himself. He's confident that Dodge Dakota's going to get this one, apparently, so that would be even better for his points position, because, of course, Dodge Dakota already leads the points as they run right now, and this win would only help that situation, but Betty White really needs this good run to help put himself, because he currently sits 2 points outside the cut line to the guy right behind him, and that stacked up. He just stacked up the 88, and we have guys going below the line, and 24 put the 88 in the wall. It looks like incidentally there. Of course, no real issue there from no spin or anything, but so many guys that really need these good days, all kind of bunched up together. And of course, you can make an aggressive move and make it work, but the 18 spins, collects. Looks like the 54 might have also spun. But yeah, just kind of a collection of wrecks there on the on this lap. So yeah, so a ton of just wrecks and whatnot on this one, but it looks like Dodge Dakota was able to maintain the lead, and we'll see kind of where everybody else falls as they line back up. So it looks like it was Dakota, Tino, Beastmoo, but let's talk to one of the guys that was heavily involved in that wreck, and let's go talk to him. Hey, JP, you got a copy? Or are you guys still
Yeah.
green flag?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you guys
Yeah,
would be.
Caution. I got a copy.
Okay. Well, how's your race going besides that spin and crash that just happened?
You know, nobody told me if I jumped that last restart. What did you see up there in the booth, Mike Joy?
I didn't see any in particular jump. I think I saw maybe the outside lane get stacked up a bit from Betty White maybe not going, but overall, I mean, I didn't see anybody or anything that looked like an intentional jump. But then again, you were also back in the pack a bit, so maybe I just didn't see you too well. But
Okay, well, nobody told me,
yeah,
and even though this is Fire Cup, I'm the owner. I still want to be respectful with my fellow league drivers and play
are you
fair.
gonna
So,
question? Are you gonna let Gull get to his pit stall? Oh, yep. You. Oh, nope.
yeah.
Uh, nope. Well, that was a mess. But yeah. So what ended up causing that spin there? That because it looked like it started with you, and then it just kind of spiraled into a ton of people kind of wrecking, trying to get in ahead and behind, and trying to just avoid the wreck, and looked like it caused a big one there. Not sure if you know what happened to start that. GP, you still got me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey,
so
we are. If you have your lap counter going, we are on
no, I don't have a lap counter going mainly
lap
because
18 out of 80.
yeah, I didn't have a lap counter going mainly for
Oh,
two
okay.
reasons because I hadn't actually spent much time in the broadcasting booth to know what it looked like, and also the fact that with the actual with the actual race, I wasn't even sure if the rule was going to come into play where if we started after 9:30 that we half the race length, and of course we got going before 9:30, so that didn't come into play. But those would have been two things that would have changed the lap counter situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so any idea what caused that
All
last
right.
wreck though? Real
The-
quick before you go, or before I go.
You know, I guess I just really want to win a league race so bad, and I'm being extra aggressive because I believe this game fits my driving style. So,
Well, good luck on the restart. You guys going one more time around, or is that the restart? Certainly looked like some guys didn't really understand if that was a restart or not. Because we saw guys like Betty White that absolutely need good runs today drop way back, while guys like Gull and whatnot. Oh wait, we still had guys on pit road. What? I don't know what we were doing there then. We still had guys on pit road, but oh, 54 now, or is that, yeah, 54 making a pass for the lead here between on the 42. Oh, gets loose on the bottom though and ends up dropping back. Looks like he's gonna be relegated to second, maybe even third if he gets passed here by JP. Nope, JP stays in line here, but they seem to still be racing here into the first corner. Yeah, JP up to third, Betty White to fourth. Fifth is Dodge Dakota. Oh, JP got in the wall. That's going to allow both Dodge Dakota and Betty White to get on by. Here we go. Oh, a little bit of contact. Kept it nice and straight. Oh, and here we go. They're going to be racing. And oh, wow, we've got a battle for the lead here. So right now the 42 of Beast Move is really trying to hold off these hard chargers, but it looks like Dodge Dakota is gonna take the race lead though away from him. Then we've got the 54 in second, or in third, that's gonna be looking for second, but isn't able to get there in turn one. So we kind of have had a whole bunch of people just kind of cycling through spots right now. Don't even know when Dodge got up to the front, but he's back there. Or he's back up to the front, so not really going to end up making a massive difference, but yeah. So now we got the 9 and the 24 still kind of battling it towards the back here for right now, but of course one caution comes out and that could change that entire situation. But yeah, but it looks like the 4 though has definitely got one of the best cars here. And he is starting to, he is able to just put that car anywhere and gap, and look, and at least appear to be gapping the field all the way around the racetrack. I don't know if it's something in his driving line or if it's just from the fact that he's been practicing more than everybody else. But right now, it looks like a pass for fourth is going to be attempted here between JP and Betty White, who both clip the grass. Betty White slows up, it looks like, to try and not spin. JP keeps hitting the throttle and doesn't spin. And now JP's going to have the preferred line, but he goes through the grass again, costing him some time and potentially a spot here to Tino, because Tino's right on the back bumper. Is Tino going to move the 18 to try and get by here? Tino makes the move. He gets by, and he's going to make that pass. Along with it, looks like he's going to tow Gull along with him as well. So now, while they're all tugging their way up to the front, we've got, looks like, okay, so Dodge has continued to just kind of stretch this lead out to a good 5, 6, 7 car lengths now. I mean, it is just massive. Oh, but looks like maybe he checked up a bit on the exit of the corner, but really the gaps between these front few are absolutely massive. Like, the gaps are really building. We've got the gap between first and second is about 10 car lengths. Then we've got about 7 car lengths between the second place guy and third. Fourth is even starting to get strung out. I mean, this is a very strung out field right now. And of course, not necessarily going to stay that way, because we don't necessarily know what all is going to happen with the guys back there. But it looks like Tino has moved up to the 5th position, with Gull right behind. But yeah, really though, the guys that really need to be worried, I mean, I feel like Gull and Chiller absolutely need to be worried right now because of the points position that they are in, from the fact that they earned playoff points, but there was not a massive amount of playoff points earned by pretty much anyone except for Dodge Dakota, who amassed 20 of them. But I mean, Gull is only like 2 points. Gull is only 2 points above the cutoff line, and currently actually would be on the outside looking in if the race were to end right now. While a guy like Dodge Dakota is looking like he might even be able to lock himself in, not completely on a win, but in theory on points, with the way that the points shape up, and the fact that he came in with an 18-point gap and is only looking like he's going to expand that even further. And here we go. Oh, looks like we got, is this green flag pit stops? Oh, the 42 spins out coming to the pit road. I don't know if that was for green flag pit stops. Oh, 14 also on pit road. And it looks like, yeah, just a rash of green flag pit stops right now. 18's got spun around. The 88 got spun kind of entering the pits. So a lot of chaos trying to get on this pit road here. I mean, that's what happens when you're going from a very fast racetrack down to a pit speed that is like 45 miles an hour at Pocono, I think. I might be wrong on that pit speed, so don't kill me if I'm wrong on that by 10 miles an hour or something. It might be 55. But that's still, if you're coming off a corner at 170 trying to get down to that speed really quick, you're gonna spin out. But right now, though, I think I think Dodge Dakota's. Oh, Dodge is about to put the guy who had been running second. They are now going to be battling for position here. Oh, nope. Looks like they are under caution actually, as he's letting. Wow, that is lucky timing for B Smooth to have gotten a caution exactly when he needed it. He was already on pit road and whatnot. So he will have all the track position in the world on top of having completely fresh stuff, as long as he doesn't like spin out or crash going around the track this lap. Basically to go get his lap back that he had almost lost. Now we got Chiller going around to try and I assume he is the free pass then, based on that. No, let's talk to the guy leading the race again. I mean, I know we've talked to him already once, but actually, let's talk to Betty White, since he's in a really tight points battle here. Hey, Betty White, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, you're running third. You came in 3 points below the cut line. You think you're doing what you need to advance?
Oh, dude, yes. The car feels amazing. We did some minor adjustments, some wedge adjustments, and a right rear adjustment. But at first, the car was too tight. It didn't want to turn. It kept plowing in one, and it kept plowing in turn two. Turn three has been phenomenal on both setups, beginning and this mid set. So far, it's just really, the balance is just really nice. It's really, I love driving it actually. I'm just making laps right now.
Okay, well, oh wait, no, you were 2 points below the cut line coming in. So in order to point your way in, you would need to finish ahead of Gull by at least one spot, and without Kraken gaining a ton of spots on you guys, because Kraken would need to be behind Gull, so you'd need to outdo both Kraken and Gull by at least one spot to point your way into the picture for so that you're on the inside looking out going to the next race, which is Bristol. So definitely a spot you want to be on the inside looking out. You're still there?
Yeah, my controller just died.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, that's fun. Yeah, so coming in. No.
So much damage on the 48. Yay.
Huh.
So much freaking damage. No.
Well, it sounds like you have both of them. So it sounds like you're going to have kind of a minimized loss day. Wait, is Tino out? Or has he just been in the pits for a while? Okay, so it seems like we are without word from Betty White for right now. So I guess audio just kind of cut out there. Nothing really on his end that I don't know what he did on his end that might have caused that audio drop there, but here we go. Getting ready to go green this time. Going green this time. And the race is back underway. And here we go. They're racing down the front stretch, and Gull really trying to put a side draft there on Dodge, but Dodge is able to get out in front of the field. Well, we've got everybody kind of bottling up here coming out of the first corner. got 54 and 18 going into the second corner. It looks like they're going to enter side by side. 18 goes up the track, gives Kraken enough room, and scrapes the wall himself, lets Beast move by. Ends up, the 24 gets by, the 48 is going to get by, and the 9 is going to, looks like he's going to pull in behind it. JP goes to try and make it 3 wide on the apron there. And shoots the 88 into the wall. And that's going to cause some issues. And the 48 spins out on the front stretch. And it looks like he is coming to pit road this time by. Which, of course, is not a good thing when you spin out and you end up having to pit under green, especially from the back of the pack. That is going to be a major deficit here coming through the... trying to get this... trying to hold this lead lap, and then also having to try and manage your points position as well. I don't know how much he's worrying about points position right now, though, considering he's 2 points out right now, and and this is the first race of 3 in this round, so it isn't necessarily a big deal if he ends up losing a point, if he can just kind of even out or if he loses like 1 point on the cut line. He just doesn't want to have a catastrophic day and have someone like Gull get a win and a lot of points to really kind of divide the gap there. But yeah, so we got the Ally 48 coming back out onto the track, 1 lap down. But right now it looks like... Wait, someone got by? Wow, someone got by the 4 while we were going off on the points positioning there. It looks like, was that the 54? Yeah, that's the 54. 54 is your new race leader. Scrapes the apron, gets on the apron there in turn 3, and that can either make or break your momentum. Dodge Dakota dives all the way to the inside and leads that lap. And now he's going to try and pull up in front. Yes, he gets it. But now the race for 3rd here between Beast Move and the 9 of Liquid Dog. Liquid Dog got help from the 24, but I don't know if that was help or if it pushed him up the track that ended up letting the 24 try and go side by side with him for the race lead. Or not for the race lead, but for the position. I think that's for 4th currently. But right now they are just battling hard all the way around this track, trying to keep every position they can. And if I was one of the front 2 here, I would be either just trying to pull away or if I don't feel like I can pull away easy enough, I feel like I might end up, I'll just commit to drafting with whoever I'm working with to just try and help the 2 of us kind of manage the gap back to the rest of the pack so that we don't have to worry as much. Unless they get a fully organized line, which the time it would take to get that going, you'd be able to block it coming. But yeah, 24 got back by the 9 there for the position, and the 18 had trouble in turn 2, it looks like. Not sure if the 48 had anything to do with it or not. Of course, 48 was there as well. And the 9 had a major issue coming off of turn 2 as well that lap. Lots of issues all across the board here for guys who are having who are trying to have good point stays here. I mean, the 9 car sliding through the grass. The 24 is actually still 2nd in points despite he did not gain what he was hoping to probably on points or playoff points going into this race. He's only been able to grab 9 playoff points, which puts him 7 points above the cut line. But only having 9 playoff points, I mean, that can be a big hindrance from the regular season to this season to this postseason. Granted, I believe they're only doing those points carrying over for this round, So right now, I guess everybody's trying to build up that points gap for the next, like, when Dodge gets this win here, he's gonna have to try and earn. Because of course, if he wins this one, he'll get an extra 3 points for next round. But his 20 that he's got now, all go away, I believe, if I've got that right. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. The 9, someone from the league will correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, a lot of connection issues for the new game, but it's just so much better overall when it all works. So yeah, so it looks like the 14 had a motor issue with the internet, so his virtual motor blew, and he is now on the pit lane, and he will not be returning to the race, unfortunately. Look, I guess the only bright side here is the fact that he was not in the playoffs, so he is not necessarily losing out on a shot at the championship. Of course, while guys like Dodge Dakota here continues to lead from the 42. I mean, these are some of the guys that we expect to be contending for the championship in Phoenix in a few weeks. Of course, anything can happen, especially with this kind of playoff format where the regular season doesn't really matter that much. If you can get through, like, if you can do really well in the postseason, you can make you can basically get your insurance from the regular season won't end up mattering. And the problem I see with this kind of format is the fact that if you don't end up needing your insurance in the first round, you lose it. Rather than if you use it, it going away. I mean, but yeah. But man, they are just cruising around here, though. Looks like they're on cruise control here. 42 kind of caught up in a little bit of lap traffic there in the form of the number 9 car. But it looks like everybody's just trying to get this thing figured out while they've got some track time to do it with. Yeah, so it looks like, wow, the Ford's lead is absolutely massive right now. It looks like he is absolutely the favorite to win this race, as long as nothing goes tragically wrong. Now, of course, stuff could go wrong still. We don't know for sure. But late cautions can do a lot of stuff to the strategy. But yeah. It looks like, though, this could be a pretty big win, though, for Dodge Dakota. But we've got, more cars coming onto the pit road. 54 pits from, I believe he was in 3rd place when he came to pit road there. So he is now in the pits as the 3rd place driver. That's going to put a big gap in the air there. So yeah, he's coming out of the pits now, but of course here comes that Ford to try and put him a lap down. You really want to try and pit with a friend here to try and at least have some usability in the draft when you get off the pit road. But yeah, right now though, I'd say the Ford is by far, everybody's just basically trying to play a strategy to try and get him, but it doesn't look like I don't think any of these strategies here are gonna really work, because I mean, unless you can get back by him or get out in front of him. But I think the 18 might be the next one coming to the pit road from the sounds of his engine. No, he goes right on by. Okay. I thought he was slowing down to make sure he didn't miss the pits that time. 24 is on pit road. So just kind of everybody pitting and trying to cycle around to see where they can end up in the race. So, the 2nd place car comes to pit road. Is that going to be what finally draws Dodge Dakota to the pits, or is he going to stay out till he either needs it for tires or fuel? So of course, this has been something that he's been pretty good at in the past, is being able to make these cars go to the end of their fuel mileage, but it certainly has not come without some issues where he's run out or blown a tire in practice on this new game. Of course, tire issues a much bigger issue on this game than on the previous installment. And it looks like we've got the 18 who's about to go a lap down, and I don't even think he's pit yet. So that's a big concern there for the number 18 Interstate Batteries team, if they have not even come to pit road and they're already in danger of going a lap down. Now, where did Beast Move come out compared to the four car? So Beast Move is on the lead lap compared to the 4 car, so he very easily could end up the race leader here. If some wacky stuff ends up happening with the some wacky stuff ends up happening with the pit strategy and whatnot. But yeah, so for right now though, it looks like the 42 though is gonna stay on the racetrack. 18 did come to pit road finally, but he was already a lap down at that point, so I guess trying not to lose 2 laps here before the next caution period. So man, we just have a ton of guys just all over the place on strategy right now, and it looks like, will Dodge finally come to pit road here, or is he going to continue to try and hunt down? He is continuing to try and hunt down this 42. And to be honest, I think if you catch him, that's most of your challenge for the race done, because I mean, you'd then have the entire field 1 lap down to you. And right now we're going to take a quick NASCAR Nonstop, brought to you by Busch. Okay, we're back from the bush beer nonstop. And we're gonna try and figure out what all happened, because but yeah, let's see. I believe, though, everybody has probably cycled through the oh, uh-oh. Chiller out of the race just as we're getting back. And Chiller is now out, and that's going to leave him in a massive points hole. Because that means he will finish, I believe we had 9 people show up. 1 point per position. That means he's going to be, basically his entire gap to the guys behind him is gone. And he might even need, he might even be on the outside looking in after this one, depending on how the rest of these laps go. Let's listen on board to the guy that's been dominating this race so far, Dodge Dakota, and I'm even gonna listen to Be Smooth because he's been running second for all of this time.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, these guys though, they have been
awesome.
absolutely dominant. Oh, and someone's sounds like Scooter's barking over there. But yeah, so we right now are listening in on the 42 of Be Smooth and the 4 car of Dodge Dakota.
Hey, Roger. Bye, Roger. Oh, Roger.
Oh. Gull, that is not how you enter pit road if you needed to come to pit road there. But yeah.
JP, what?
So JP has come to pit road as well.
There's no caution. Everybody keep going.
Sounds
No,
like,
you're good. I checked up. I saw you hit the brakes. I hit the brakes and barely. I mean, I hit you, but
yeah. Okay, so it
you're
sounds
good.
like.
I mean, ain't no biggie, Roger. I ain't sweating it, brother.
Okay, so it sounds like the 88 cap was
Did
breaking
you
to get on the
ruin
pit
his
road right in front
radiator?
of.
Did he get radiator damage?
I got
right
a
in
front
front of
end
them.
damage. I got front end damage on that.
Yeah, let's fuck that arrow up.
Yeah, of course, you can't control what the
97% aero damage.
That's how much isn't damaged, Dodge.
Who's this coming out of the pit?
Roger again.
Great. Roger.
There we go.
Where you're going.
Yeah, so after the 88 got checked up right into the front nose of the 4 car as they were entering the pit road this most recent time, now he comes out right in front of the 4 again. I'm gonna add in Gull's radio and take out the 42s, mainly just because I think this is gonna be a fun one to watch as they try and make this pass.
This is where it happens,
prevent
Roger.
this pass.
I know. We meet again.
There we go. Yeah, they're
Good
right.
luck. You got
They're,
another car in front of me. Good luck.
they're not ignoring this one. Oh, the 88 gets right out of Dodge's way. I don't know if
Who is
assume
that?
was
JP again?
well, that's a pretty true statement there. But yeah, so sounds like JP is now going like 2 or 3 laps down here early in this one. Of course, just trying to fight back to try and just hold on to whatever points he can, because of course you want to try and build up a points gap, and if guys like Chiller lag out, that's 1 more point that JP will be able to gain. And JP is currently 4 points above the cut line, so he basically just needs to finish within 4 spots of the 48 to try and maintain about even on that cut line. Of course, you want to try and build that gap, but if you can just avoid losing too much more here. I just don't get why we didn't get more camera angles, and we don't have our 360 camera. But I mean, I'm sure that'll be added in a patch pretty soon. Let's ride on the hood cam here with Dodge Dakota, and let's see. Ooh, he goes down to the extra lane down bottom. Oh, and the 18 puts a massive block on him. Let's listen into the radio Dodge, because I'm sure he's not too happy about that one.
Some room, buddy. You can't, like, arc me down in the fucking corner like that.
Dang it! Fuck!
Oh!
Goodness sake!
18 spun around.
Nice, Roger. Get by him.
Yeah, it looks like it's another one-car spin there.
Okay, that's a caution. Because I caused Walter to do that. Tossing out.
Okay, so it sounds like caution
Yes.
will be coming out at the line.
Alright, let me get back to the line. Damn, my strategy went right out the fucking window.
So, would now be a bad time to say, hey, JP, you got a copy?
Yes.
So,
I do have a copy.
so what ended up happening there? It looked like you might have just overdriven the final corner there and spun out.
Yeah, I did, and you know, I adjusted this car way too far out of the racetrack, so I'm hoping I can get all my laps back in a timely manner and get this car back into the Pocono Raceway.
Well, it looks like you are still within the boundary of
like I
Pocono
said,
Raceway. I mean, I think if you were on the other side of that fence, you would be outside of Pocono Raceway.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
The
giving you a
car
hard
just
time about it.
out of the-
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, so you think you're going to have the car, though, to be able to make it back to the front? Or you think you're going to just be worrying about that points gap? Because, of course, you come in here 4 points above the cut line and want to probably try and mitigate losing as many spots as possible. If possible, because now
Yeah, some people have struggled, so I'm taking a P7 and moving on to Bristol.
Well, I mean, you've got at least one positive coming out of this race. With Chiller being DNF'd already, that's one more position that you aren't going to have to worry about finishing ahead or behind of.
Yep.
Um,
Now we'll see if I can adjust this car back into the racetrack on this pit stop. I am 3 laps down. I would like to stay out and take a wave around, but this car is so junky right now that wouldn't be wise.
well, do you want me to tell you something that might be comforting and might be nerve-wracking? Chiller, who was second in
What's
points, is now, as they run, he's about dead even with the cut line after his DNF, as you guys currently run in your current spots. So, and he came in 3 points ahead of you in the order. So if you have any kind of trouble at the end of the race, or even just have a bad finish from the laps down that you are right now, could end up being pretty bad. Also, could you tell me who all's on the lead lap, or
man.
who's all on what laps, so I can figure
Yeah.
out what's all going on?
27 remain, Ryan.
Okay, 27 remaining, but who all's on what laps? Like, is everybody on the lead lap except for you, or what?
Kraken, Be- Kraken, Sue, Betty White, and Dawes.
Okay, so is Liquid then one lap down? And what about Gull?
I believe so. Liquid is
So these front,
everyone's one lap down but me.
you mean everybody's on the lead lap but you, or what?
No, Liquid is a lap down.
Okay, Liquid is one
Apparently.
lap down. So the front three are on the lead lap. Then Liquid's a lap down, Gull is a lap down, and you're 3 laps down. Do I got that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you as you guys get ready for the restart. I'll let you focus on that right now. So, here we go. Going green, maybe? Looks like, I don't know what, I guess the top side was more ready to go than the bottom side. So now, looks like the 54 is actually going to take over the race lead here. So these front three are all lead lap cars, but beyond that, everybody else is a lap down or more. I guess Betty White, maybe Betty White just got back on the lead lap, but I'm not really sure. I'll have to ask someone else under the next caution for sure, because here we go, arcing it in there on the bottom. The number 4 of Dodge Dakota is trying to get there, but Smooth making it 3 wide through the middle and just taking the lead away there from from the 54. And now the number 4 is trying to take that spot from the 42. Man, they are just constantly dicing it up here, these front three. Very tight on the restart, and they're going to go 3 wide for the lead again, and Dodge wisely backs out of that 3 wide there as he was in the middle. Smooth now back to 3rd, Dodge up to 2nd, but back to the race lead went Kraken, so he was able to take back that lead going 3 wide after he got it taken from him by Smooth going 3 wide. So everybody's just kind of jumbling around here, but now the 54 just bobbled it in turn 2, and now he's back to 3rd. Dodge Dakota now to the race lead with Beast moving in 2nd. Of course, we've got round about 25 laps to go, so this is going to be a close one all the way through the finish. They will need to make, I believe, one more pit stop on purely on the fuel. But, of course, we don't know how bad their tires are wearing and whatnot. But, yeah, right now, though, these front three are the big talking point right now. Considering I think that Kraken absolutely should consider himself happy with a second or third place finish today. I don't think he needs to really chance it going for the win, because if he wrecks going for the win and loses 4 or 5 spots, especially if we get another restart later in this race, that could be very dangerous to his playoff, because he came in the last car in points, and actually was 3 points outside the cut line. And with 2 guys getting chopped after 3 races here, you don't want to dig yourself into a hole that you have to dig yourself out of at Bristol next week, or at Michigan in 2 weeks. You don't want to end up digging yourself into a hole that ends up causing a bigger problem. But yeah. So now it looks like Smooth, though, has gotten rid of the pressure from the 9. And actually, right now, these 4 guys that are all kind of battling for the Lucky Dogs, spot, or the 3 guys battling for the Lucky Dog and the other guy multiple laps down, are having a big battle back here. It looks like JP is going to try and take the better of him. And to be honest, if I'm the 9, I might let JP go if I can do that without losing the free pass position. Oh, but Betty White goes all the way to the bottom. 18 up into the wall. No harm, no foul, though, as they stay straight. And, oh, 88 looks like he had he hit the wall on the inside wall there pretty hard. Right now, the Ally 48. Oh, he tried. What was he trying to do there? He was nowhere near in behind the 18. And, oh, there goes the 18, and that's going to be a caution. 3 cars impacted, 2 massive hits on the inside wall. And this is going to be a battle for the position at the line. Is it going to be? It's Kraken. Yep, Kraken gets it. So Kraken is second at the line. But let's dial up. And you know what? Let's dial up Kraken since he's having a pretty good day for where he is in points. Hey, Kraken, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, hey, you're up to second. That's pretty important considering where you're starting this race in points on.
Yep.
Started the race
As
3
soon as I take Dodge out first corner of the restart, I'll be in the lead.
Okay. Could you tell me who all's on the lead lap and
I'm
whatnot?
gonna use that sponsor Freightliner.
Could you tell me who all's on the lead lap?
What was
and
that,
whatnot?
Ryan?
I'm trying to figure out where everybody is lap-wise. Because the caution came out in an odd spot, or the previous caution came out in an odd spot, and I'm not sure exactly who all's on the lead lap and whatnot.
Dodge is in first. I'm in second. Smooth is in third. Betty White is fourth. Liquid is fifth. That's the last on the lead lap.
Okay.
I don't know where everybody else is at.
Okay, so Gull, I believe, is 1 lap down, and JP said he's 3 down. So, okay. Well,
I know,
does any of the connection issues from guys like Chiller? Oh. Does any of the
The only
connection?
problem I have is every once in a while I screen to free, but other than that.
Okay, well, does any of the lag outs from guys like Chiller kind of make you feel more comfortable with your points position, considering you came in 3 points below the cut line and you were having a pretty good day, and someone like Chiller is now going to have a pretty bad day considering he's out of the race and unable to earn any more spots?
Yeah, that's my. I just exited my pit backwards. How the hell did I do that?
Skills. Is that Brad Keselowski driving your car?
I don't know. I just turned around. I was going backwards on pit road to come out of my box.
Sounds like fun.
Gotta love this game.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's intentional, like all the bobbling on pit road and whatnot, but I hope that there's either something explained about it to figure out how it works, or that it's patched out if it's just a glitch and not meant to be in the game. Because it seems like every single caution period, people
Well, I
get
just came out of the
boggled
pits and I still got 99%. I still got damage somehow or another.
Yeah, the front end never gets fully fixed on the Heat games. I mean, Heat 3, Heat 4, they always left the front end a bit damaged. Well, I'll let you get focused on this restart, though, when you guys get ready to go. So, good luck, and maybe I'll be talking to you
Yeah,
in
I'm going to
Victory
start in the
Lane.
very back, so. I doubt it. Dodge has got the field pretty well whooped tonight. But
Next week's Bristol, yep. Hey, Gold, do you have time before we go green for an interview?
Who's starting fourth?
Hey, Gold, you got a copy?
Go ahead there, Ryan.
Okay, well, I figured I'd tune into your radio because it seems like you're having a you're gonna have to try and work your way back up your. Are you on the lead lap or are you one lap down? I'm trying to figure out kind of where everybody is on lap. So the front four, I believe, are all on the lead lap. Then I haven't exactly, or no, the front five are
I'm
on the
still
lead
a
lap.
lap down.
Oh, yeah, you're still one lap down. Okay.
Yeah, one lap.
Okay, so you're one lap
Chuck,
down.
I don't think Chucky's supposed to be up here beside me. Baby Mike there.
Yep. Okay, well, do you think you're going to be able to help this points gap going into Bristol next week, or do you think you're going to have to dig yourself out of this hole?
I'm going to hopefully hope for another caution and get a lap back, maybe. And we'll see what we can do at Bristol. That should be very interesting.
Yeah, because you started only 2 points to the good, so. And of course, that's over Betty White, who's having a pretty good day. So I'll let you focus on this restart, though. Good luck, and maybe I'll be talking to you in Victory Lane after you get this free pass.
All right, thank you there, Mr. Ryan.
But here we go, getting ready for the restart. We're watching on board with Dodge Dakota, and wow, the bottom side really got hooked together there real well. This is where I would love to have the 360 camera, but yeah, it looks like that bottom, the front two guys on the bottom line were really hooked up. And Dodge is basically trying to make it work on the outside on his own, but wow, he did it. He made it work around the top side on his own. Not sure exactly how you pull that off, but right now he's making it work. Betty White to third. Kraken's up to fourth. Oh, no, they're going to go for second and third, it looks like, on those ones. Not sure what happened to Smooth in that second corner that caused him the spot, but I guess he must have brushed the wall or something coming out of the corner that lost him the momentum. And now he's back to fourth, while Betty White and Kraken are now going to be trying to battle it out for the second position here. And of course, this number 9 Hooters machine, gets into the back of the 42, puts him up into the wall, and makes that pass and puts the 42 back into 5th. Of course, these are the 5 guys that are on the lead lap right now, duking it out here for the spot. And we have 48 got into the side of Kraken and ended up getting loose and had to save the car. That's going to lose him, though. It looks like 1, maybe 2 spots. And of course, as it runs, that's actually going to be really bad for him on points if he ends up staying that way throughout the remainder of the race. Because he needs to finish currently the way they run. He would need to finish he would need to finish anywhere that isn't the last car on the lead lap. So anywhere top 4 would get him into the top on points, I believe. Would get him into the playoffs or into the next round. Of course, still with another round to go, so not necessarily like make or break to get it all now. I mean, if you can manage to keep the gap at 1 or 2 points, I mean, I'd say that's a pretty good day, all things considered, with how tight the field is and how much of a blowout Dodge has put on this field tonight. I mean, and the 42 is spun down the front stretch, gets out of the way of the 18, but yeah, he's coming to pit. He came straight to the pit road on that one. But now we've got the 48 trying to come up on the. So that there makes Betty White's job a whole lot simpler. Now he just needs to not get passed by the 42 when the 42 comes out of the pits on fresh tires. Now, of course, right now, he wants to try and gain some more spots so that he's even higher up in points to give himself an even better spot. Right now, Kraken, if they finish this way, I believe they would end up tied in points. Based on the way they've been running in points and how it works out. Of course, I'm trying to do math in my head, and oh, the 9 car spins out down the front stretch and gets tagged by the 88, and that's going to be a caution, and oh, that's tragic for both, for 2 of the parties involved there. Of course, the 42 gets put 1 lap down there by Dodge Dakota on his way out of the pits, and of course, with him now getting the free pass, that means Gull doesn't get the free pass, and that's going to put Gull still 1 lap down, and he won't even be able to take the free pass after getting hammered like that. And this question is going to be is, does JP just take care of the car right now and try and make it to where he can take that free pass? Okay, so let's talk to we'll end up talking to the 9 of Liquid here. About that one, because it looked like he was the one most impacted there. Of course, gonna wait till he takes the caution at the line. There we go. We'll dial him up.
Man, my car got mangled. Fuck.
Hey, Liquid, you got a copy?
Engine light on. Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, sounds like you took a pretty hard hit there. Any idea what happened to start that one?
I let off the gas and I punched it and it just spun me around. Then the 88 car just door slammed me pretty good. Does anybody check on him? Is he alive?
Well, the fact that his car is motionless in the pits is that necessarily not a good thing? Like, did he lag out, or is he just in the pits getting repairs?
Gull's still here.
Okay, because I just saw that he was already in the pits. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he is still driving, so he is okay. Oh, and looks like JP's gonna try and take the free pass. But yeah, you think you're gonna be able to make up the spots once you get that new engine in there? Because of course, this one is probably trash from the sounds of it.
I think, yeah, it's must be a Joe Gibbs motor in here. It's definitely not a Hendrix tonight.
Well, any motor when it takes that hard a hit is gonna be damaged.
Absolutely.
I mean, you basically took a sledgehammer straight to the motor there. By the way, not the way to fix an engine. Just saying.
I'm blocking the pits right now.
I know this. I know a sledgehammer fixes a lot of parts on your vehicle, but the engine isn't one of those.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was something you already knew or not, but yeah, a sledgehammer fixes a lot of stuff on that car, but not the engine.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna make sure these guys push it onto the hauler tonight. I'm gonna run the crap out of it tonight. I'm not gonna lift.
Well, not lift. Well, it sounds like lifting was your issue there. That cost you to spin.
Yeah. I'm not lifting. It's, you know how I race in the playoffs. I don't lift.
Well, coming in here with the points that you had, does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable that you're gonna be able to advance out of this round? Coming in with only a 3-point gap.
Ready to advance out of this track.
And go to Bristol next week?
I'm excited for Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol and Michigan are the last 2 races in this round. You think you've got what it takes to advance?
I'm pretty sure. I hope I do. Betty White's looking pretty good though, so he might be able to sneak up the point standings.
Well, the interesting thing is with Chiller having lagged out, he's actually, I believe, on the even with Betty White roughly on points, depending on where Betty White ends up finishing at the end of this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how much one wreck
wow,
can happen. But yeah, I'll let you focus on this restart after hearing that.
Alright, bud.
Yeah, because that's definitely what you want to hear right before going for a restart. GP just took the field 3 wide on the restart. I don't know if they're going to end up waving off this start there, but wow, cracking to the race lead there from the second row or something. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that was either a jump. Oh, well, that's going to be a caution. 88 and 9 tangled up again, along with the 18 in this one. Let's go listen in on that 18 radio. Let's go listen into those three, kind of talk it out about this one. Oh, and Betty White's spun.
JP smacked the shit out of my engine lights back on again. Damn.
Is this the last caution?
Oh shit.
Wait a minute, I'm the free pass.
Oh no, I'm a free pass, JP.
Yeah, Gull should be the free pass since Beast Move got it last time and Gull was still only one lap down.
I hope he got that on replay. I gotta see that. That was bad.
Well, you're in luck. I believe I actually did get most of that on replay. But yeah, you guys want to do a group mid-race interview? I've got all three of you guys that were involved in that one muted right now, but anyone know what happened there?
Engine light on.
Yeah, the 9 got power glide in turn 1. And
Now,
that's what brought up the final caution.
Now, is that partially because someone decided to try and restart tried to go 3 wide before the race had even restarted?
You saw that restart. Yeah, you saw that.
No.
Because yes, I did see JP taking it 3 wide in the middle before they'd even restarted.
68%.
So this is the last caution then?
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Laps remain.
I hope I can make it back around.
Just want to see.
Did you blow a tire? What happened, JP?
Just want to. Can't sleep. Your stomach hurt?
I took a gamble last caution. Skate out.
Do you have a blown tire, JP?
No, I'm out of fuel.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Why did you try and even stay out if you were that close to the end on fuel, and you would have needed gas to make it on the restart? Like, there was no sense in not coming to the pit road if you were that desperately low on gas, because you weren't going to be able to make it.
I know.
So what were you thinking?
I had enough to make it to this caution. I was thinking that my map was thinking...
Alright, boy, I got a 26-second pit stop.
Somebody push me and then you guys can restart.
Well, sounds like we got a lot of drama now, because that was 2 of the guys that were the first 2 on the inside of the playoffs getting tangled up in that, and actually the third driver there that was that was on the inside looking out there um, was also involved, and now he's out of gas, and it looks like they're getting bunched up to go back green flag here. I don't know if the 88's gonna come to JP's rescue. Nope. Looks like no one's gonna be coming to
If
JP's rescue.
somebody
Hopefully.
wants me out of the way, you guys push me.
How about JP? You just get out of the
Push me
way
to pit road.
and go to the inside of the track. You're not getting 3 laps back with no more caution, so I would say JP, I would recommend if you want to get out of the way, I mean, you might as well back out. I mean, you're 3 laps down, getting 3 laps back in without any more cautions isn't going to happen unless everybody lags out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate that it did happen that way, but he wasn't going to gain the points anyway. I mean, he had no one on the same lap as him, which, of course, always unfortunate to see someone have to go early, but, I mean, it is getting late. I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock already, and the race is just restarting for the final restart, and it looks like Dodge Dakota might not win this one. So everybody that's still in the race is on the lead lap. So we've got, right now, this is a big battle here for points. We've got Kraken looking like he might get his first career Fire Cup Series win. Oh, and contact in the back of the field with some of these guys. Oh, they're dicing it up here. Of course, without any more cautions, a wreck here could end your night completely. And Dodge Dakota is just trying to get up through this field here. Of course, he's on the inside here, battling side by side with Betty White. Drag racing at the line. Okay, looks like Betty White's going to give him the spot. Of course, you want to try and earn as many points as possible. And oh, the 9 car spins around, but no one touched him. Wow. And that's just a testament to the drivers that we've got here. I mean, a car spun from second place, and everybody was able to avoid him on a fairly packed up restart for Pocono standards. I mean, it's not packed up like it will be at Bristol next week or at a plate track, or not a plate track, but a super speedway, like Daytona or Talladega. But now, of course, what does Kraken do, considering he sees Betty White running third? So he wants to try and finish first if he can. He wants to get that first win, but does he let the 4 car by to try and be able to preserve a spot? Because if Dodge nudges him out of the way for the win and Kraken loses 2-3 spots, he'll then be on the outside looking in again on points. So I mean, this really could come down to the slimmest of margins here on points. Here we go. Dodge down to the inside, and he takes the lead, and it looks like they were successful in keeping the 48 behind, and Kraken was able to keep the 48 behind him for now. Of course, we don't know if this is the final lap, and I don't actually have an indicator to tell me if it's the final lap because I don't have my 360 spin cam that gets locked into place now. But yeah, it looks like though, it's going to be a close one here between Beast Move and Gull, though, are battling pretty tough here. And they're pretty close in points as well. So, I mean, they're battling out for every spot they can get, even though as long as you only need to really outrun 2 people this race, or this set of 3 races. You only really need to outrun 2 people consistently. Doesn't matter who those 2 people are, but if you can outrun them in all 3 races, you'll be in, or you should, in theory, be into the playoffs, of course, or into the next round of the playoffs, of course, pending on the fact that that they didn't come in with any bonus points above you. And oh, we saw someone go through the grass there. Kraken could crack? Was that what could end up unraveling Kraken there? Because now Kraken's lost out the spot to Betty White. And now, is Beast Move going to be able to make something happen here? Or is Kraken going to just try and battle back? Oh no, Kraken got loose there, tagged the wall, and he's around. Oh, that's going to be terrible for him. That's going to hurt his points payout here at the end of the race massively. We got you guys tuning in here in the waning laps of the Gander Outdoors Pocono 400 here for the Fire Cup Series. First race of our playoffs, and we've had major points implications, but it sounds like the crowd is cheering as Dodge Dakota, I believe, has just taken the win, if not already confirmed, but he has certainly gapped the field if he hasn't already won it. I don't know for sure because I don't have any indicator to tell me when the race is over. But yeah. Oh, Beast Move has spun out. I can only assume that that means that we are still under... Wait, are we... Are we under... Yeah, so, okay, so yeah, that still looks like they're racing. But yeah, so Beast Move spinning out there. That's going to be him losing some more points. And this has all worked out extremely well for both Betty White and Gull in the drivers of the 48 and 88. They have both been extremely lucky with this restart. I mean, Gull was the free pass on the final caution, and he is now going to take it home, I believe, in third. If not, I don't know if he might be able to get by the 48 or if that's the race being over, but even if the race is over, I mean, he made a massive comeback in that one. So much drama there. Yeah, so it looks like Dodge Dakota is your race winner. Let's go down and talk to him. Hey, Dodge Dakota, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, but I got you loud and clear.
Well, congrats on win number 5 of this season, and that's going to build you up some more playoff points for next round. Because I think that's right now the big focus.
Yes, sir, it is. If I can keep on winning like I am, and keep points up and keep adding points to the races, and I think we'll be good. But this Busch beer, was very quick all night. Loaded off the truck pretty good. Just great car. I mean, I could not complain at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely seem to have the class of the field there. Any idea what all happened on that restart once there were no more cautions and just kind of everybody seeming to spin out? Was that just everybody just trying to go for everything?
I don't know. That last restart, I think it was Kraken, somebody, then Liquid. Well, I think it was Liquid, me, then Betty White. We all were good going down. We all came back down in turn 1. Looked like the 9 got either clipped the apron or got loose. But man, I gotta think the guy, my spotter, man, he told me to go high, go high, go high, and I went high, but I barely missed him. But
yeah.
Just great team, great race. So, but I can't wait for next season. There's somebody that I will be adding with the team, so I won't be lonely. So, but when we get further into the end of the season with a couple of races left, I'll let you know who I'm going to. So,
okay.
But
So I feel like I've already heard it announced, but
I hope you had.
I thought I'd already heard
You probably
plan
have.
announced,
I don't know for
but
sure,
yeah.
but yeah, but I'm gonna say the name a little on down the road, but I thank God, he came out to me and asked me if I want to be on the team. So I guess my driving is good, and hopefully I can win over there as well.
Well, JP just said that you need to ski home next week, so I don't know where we're going that you have enough snow to be skiing at this point, but
I tell you though, Bristol coming up, Brian. it's gonna be pretty interesting. You know, short track, half mile, very, 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 very fast.
I was gonna
So
say any
I
rivalries
am,
that were formed tonight that could end up getting paid back next week.
me personally, I didn't see no rivals tonight.
I don't
I
know
don't know,
that
but you know
that
though,
9 and 88
at a
got
short
into each
track.
other a ton. No, I
But you know, you
yeah.
know, at a short track, tempers will flare. So it's a short track, a Saturday night race. Well, Wednesday night race, Tuesday night race for us. But so it's gonna be
But a night
interesting.
race
Sparks
nonetheless.
flying, cars hitting walls. That's right. So, but I hope you had fun up there calling the race tonight.
I did. So, congrats on the win and some more points to help kind of pad your spot in the next round.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna go down here with the team, celebrate, and drink me a Bush beer.
Bush.
So, congrats Betty
Commercial
White
commence. Bush.
on the second place finish there. I think it was. Didn't you get second place there, Betty White?
I know.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Nice job with that. I mean, definitely congrats to capitalizing on what was a kind of rough up and down day between whether you were going to be in
Well,
or
the plan with today. Yeah, sorry, in or out. Yeah, the plan for today was basically just turn laps. Since this is the first track that I've actually raced competitively on NASCAR Heat 4, and I was just wanted to see how the characteristics of the car and the physics and I've found a balancing setup that was pretty easy to drive, and I just went with it and just chilled the whole time. I just let the car come to me, and I just drove it and let the magic happen. I'm
so.
glad.
Looking forward
Even
to
though at the last moment around at the last lap on turn one, she kind of broke loose and it kind of got me down on front of Kraken, which made him go into the apron and lose it. I feel sorry for him, and he was second. He had a car that was fast all day, and um, I just hope he doesn't think it was intentional or anything like that. But yeah, very confident car. I feel like I'll see a win here soon enough.
Well, hey, I mean those points though. I mean that's going to put you on the inside going into Bristol. You feeling it? Any relief, kind of knowing that you don't necessarily need to outperform anyone at Bristol. You just need to kind of ride and maintain where you are in points.
Yeah, I mean, if I get in the if I get myself in competition in the point system, that'd be cool. But like I said, I mean, like today, I was just racing the track and same mentality in Bristol. I just want to run consistent laps and make my car as comfortable as possible as I can, because the team, they did a good job. A lot of communication between back and forth. Since this is a new type of stuff that we've been dealing with, the new aero package and everything. But hey, we're coming in, we're going, we're doing it, and we're enjoying it. So it's awesome.
Okay, well, hey, good luck on at Bristol next week. I've got one more interview to do before I end off the stream.
All right. All right. You have a good night.
And hey, go! You stayed around for your interview here from third place. I know it's almost like an hour and a half after the race, but we're still quicker than NBC at getting the third place driver interview in. But yeah, how's it
Yes, sir.
going?
Yes, sir.
Feels nice to have got. I'm
All
sure
right. How are you, sir?
to have had a third place finish there.
Yeah, it was a little up and down day. Somehow we made it through it.
Well, I mean that's gonna definitely put you in contention, though. I mean, making this next round of the playoffs is really the big question mark in it. of course, trying to make it to that final four, but you got to make it to the second round before that happens. So, will we see you in the next
Yeah,
round?
we're pushing for that second round. That's the ultimate goal here, is to get through this round and on to the next one.
Yeah, well, I think that that points finish should put you about fourth on the points grid. So, that'll give you a few spots and a few points worth of kind of gap back to the guys that you need to outpoint. So you could just potentially be riding at Michigan to save some points and make sure that you don't have an issue where you end up out of the points.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at, is trying to conserve points here and hopefully get through Bristol somehow.
Yep. Well, hey, you looking forward to Bristol, or is that one that you're still nervous about?
Bristol's always a nervous track for all of us, probably, but as long as we can salvage a finish from there, we'll be all right.
Well, good job on a third place finish, and good luck at Bristol next week.
All right, thank you there, Mr. Ryan, and we'll see you next week.
And that'll conclude the coverage of the Gander Outdoors 400 at Pocono for the Fire Cup series. I've been Ryan, and I'll see you guys next video or stream or whatever else you guys decide to watch
Bristol's
next.
gonna be fun.
Bye.
Now.